three brothers, each destined for hockey greatness, scattered across the league by draft lottery luck and organizational politics. For years, Vancouver Canucks fans have lived with a gnawing fear. Watching their captain Quinn Hughes gaze longingly toward New Jersey, where his brothers Jack and Luke wear Devil's red, the narrative felt scripted by cruel fate. Eventually, family would triumph over franchise loyalty, and Vancouver would lose their generational talent to sibling solidarity. But hockey has a way of delivering plot twists that would make Hollywood screenwriters jealous. Right now, in the most unexpected turn of events, Luke Hughes sits at home while his teammates prepare for another season. His contract standoff with New Jersey has created a fracture that could shatter the Devils' carefully laid plans, and hand Vancouver an opportunity so perfect it seems almost too good to be true. Luke Hughes isn't just another restricted free agent holding out for more money. This is a young defenseman with elite pedigree, incredible upside, and the kind of potential that makes general managers lose sleep over contract details. His absence from Devils training camp represents more than missed practices. It's a crack in the foundation of New Jersey's long-term strategy. Every day this holdout continues, the Devils face an increasingly uncomfortable reality. Luke Hughes was supposed to be their future, the final piece of a defensive core built around his elite skating and offensive instincts. Instead, he's become a problem that grows more expensive by the day, both financially and organizationally. For Vancouver, this situation represents the kind of golden opportunity that franchises pray for but rarely receive. The Canucks aren't just watching from the sidelines. They should be preparing the most aggressive trade package in recent memory. Because if they can pry Luke Hughes away from New Jersey, everything changes. The psychological warfare begins immediately. Quinn Hughes, currently watching his youngest brother battle with Devils management, would suddenly see Vancouver not as an obstacle to family unity, but as the solution. The Canucks would transform from the team, keeping him away from his brothers, to the organization, bringing his family together. Acquiring Luke Hughes would trigger a chain reaction that could fundamentally alter the balance of power across the league. Quinn's next contract extension, which could easily exceed $80 million over 8 years, would no longer be a desperate attempt by Vancouver to retain a departing star. Instead, it would become a celebration of a player who finally found the perfect situation. But the real masterpiece would be engineering Jack Hughes' arrival in Vancouver. The Devils' franchise cornerstone has one more season before his no-trade clause kicks in, creating a narrow window of opportunity that shrewd organizations must exploit. With Luke already in Vancouver and Quinn committed long-term, the pressure on Jack to join his brothers would become overwhelming. Pat Brisson, the agent representing all three Hughes brothers, holds unprecedented leverage in this scenario. He could orchestrate the most spectacular family reunion in professional sports history while simultaneously maximizing his clients' happiness and earning potential. The marketing opportunities alone would be staggering. Imagine the endorsement deals, the media attention, and the global recognition that would come from the first trio of brothers to play together at hockey's highest level. Jack Hughes wouldn't need to throw tantrums or make public demands. The situation would speak for itself. New Jersey would face an impossible choice: trade their franchise player to keep him happy, or risk losing him for nothing when his contract expires. The Devils, already dealing with Luke's departure, would find themselves in an untenable position. Make no mistake, acquiring both Hughes brothers would require Vancouver to make bold financial commitments that could reshape their entire roster construction. Luke's new contract would likely exceed $6 million annually, while Jack commands elite forward money in the $8 to $10 million range. Combined with Quinn's massive extension, the Canucks would be investing nearly $25 million annually in the Hughes family alone. Yet the return on investment could be extraordinary. Three elite players in their prime, bound by family loyalty and united in championship pursuit, would create a foundation for sustained excellence. The revenue generation potential through ticket sales, merchandise, television ratings, and corporate partnerships would likely offset much of the salary commitment. More critically, this strategy would accelerate Vancouver's championship timeline dramatically. Instead of hoping prospects develop and free agents choose Vancouver, The Canucks would immediately field one of the most dangerous lineups in hockey. The Hughes brothers bring not just individual talent, but the kind of chemistry and communication that takes years for most teammates to develop. The salary cap implications would require creative management, potentially forcing difficult decisions about existing players. However, Vancouver has demonstrated willingness to spend aggressively, and the Hughes brothers would represent the kind of core that justifies every dollar spent in supporting roles. This isn't just roster construction, it's psychological warfare on a scale rarely seen in professional sports. By acquiring Luke and securing Quinn long-term, Vancouver would send an unmistakable message to Jack Hughes and the rest of the hockey world. The Canucks are willing to move heaven and earth to create the perfect situation for elite players. The emotional impact on Quinn cannot be overstated. Players often speak about wanting to win championships, but how many get the opportunity to pursue those championships alongside their brothers? The loyalty such a gesture would create goes far beyond contractual obligations. It would represent a bond between player and organization that money alone could never forge. For Jack Hughes, the decision would become increasingly simple. He could remain in New Jersey, watching his brothers create history in Vancouver, or he could join them in pursuit of something unprecedented. The marketing opportunities, the family connection, and the championship potential would make Vancouver an irresistible destination. The ripple effects would extend throughout the NHL. Other franchises would be forced to reconsider their approaches to player happiness and family considerations. Agents would gain new leverage in negotiations, knowing that the Hughes precedent proves organizations will go to extraordinary lengths to accommodate family situations. This opportunity represents more than roster improvement. It's about the Canucks positioning themselves as the most player-friendly organization in professional hockey. Success in reuniting the Hughes brothers would create a recruiting advantage that could last for decades, as players across the league take notice of Vancouver's commitment to going above and beyond. The international implications are equally significant. The Hughes brothers represent the pinnacle of American hockey development, and their reunion would create unprecedented visibility for USA hockey programs at every level. Young American players would have the ultimate role models, three brothers who conquered the hockey world together through talent, dedication, and family support. The timing couldn't be more perfect for Vancouver. The organization has built a strong young core around Quinn, developed solid goaltending, and maintained the financial flexibility necessary for blockbuster moves. Adding Luke and eventually Jack to this foundation would create a championship window that could remain open for the better part of a decade. As Luke Hughes' holdout enters its most critical phase and Jack's contract situation approaches its tipping point, the Canucks face a decision that could define their franchise for the next generation. The opportunity to transform from a team desperately trying to retain their captain into the organization that brings hockey's most talented family together is within reach. The hockey world holds its collective breath, waiting to see if Vancouver possesses the vision and courage to pursue what seems impossible. In a sport where family loyalty often conflicts with franchise allegiance, the Canucks have a once-in-a-lifetime chance to make both work in perfect harmony. The pieces are in motion, the opportunity is real, and the potential rewards are limitless. Sometimes the greatest victories come from recognizing opportunity hidden within chaos. For Vancouver, that chaos in New Jersey might just be the key to unlocking hockey immortality. Do you believe Vancouver has what it takes to pull off the most audacious family reunion in sports history? Share your thoughts below, and let us know if you're ready to see the Hughes brothers rewrite hockey history together. Hit that like button if this possibility has you as excited as we are.